Coming up tonight on Middle Tennessee News, the Tennessee Historical Commission has voted to remove the Nathan Bedford Forrest bust from the Tennessee State Capitol. The Center for Disease Control has released information about what vaccinated individuals can and cannot do, and prisoners will soon be able to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. All those stories plus your local weather and sports. Middle Tennessee News starts right now. Good evening. I'm Christy Jones, joined by Will Stevenson in the studio. Welcome to Middle Tennessee News. A panel from the Tennessee Historical Commission voted on Tuesday to remove a bust of Nathan Bedford Forrest from the Tennessee State Capitol. The commission voted 25-1 to move the bust to the State Museum, where a better historical context can be given to it. Forrest was a Confederate general, a slave trader, and early member of the Ku Klux Klan. Bust of Admiral David Farragut, who served in the Union Navy, and U.S. Navy Admiral Albert Gleaves will also be moved to the State Museum. A young woman was injured in a shooting possibly related to road rage last Saturday on Interstate 24 near Interstate 840. The victim was flown to a hospital and remained in a stable but critical condition as of Monday. Rutherford County Sheriff officers arrested 20-year-old Keon Warfield and 19-year-old Rizigal Akimis. Warfield was charged with attempted murder, while Akimis was arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit attempted murder. Murfreesboro police are asking for your help tonight in locating a missing teenager. 16-year-old Tabitha Jane Hutzel was reported missing by family members on Monday. Her family realized she was missing from her bedroom on Sunday morning, and her cell phone was left behind in her room. Hutzel was last seen on March 6th around 9 p.m. If you have seen Tabitha or know where she can be located, you are urged to contact the Murfreesboro Police Department at 615-893-1311. A man who we reported missing last week has been contacted and is safe. Robert Bushman entered the St. Rutherford Hospital around 11 p.m. on March 1st and made suicidal statements to the staff. Detective Albert Miles was able to speak with Bushman by phone, and he has now been safely located.
The Rutherford County government has activated a limited operations COVID-19 vaccine call center. The call center assists county residents with signing up for the vaccine waiting list, notifies them when they will receive their first dose, and helps schedule an appointment for a second dose. The call center is available from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday by calling 615-898-7997. According to the American Press, once you are fully vaccinated for COVID-19, you can begin returning to a few normal activities. The CDC continues to state what they are still learning how vaccines will affect the spread of COVID-19. They urge those vaccinated to continue to take precautions. However, they say that fully vaccinated Americans can begin to gather indoors with others who are fully vaccinated without the need to face masks or social distancing. The Veterans Health Administration Mid-South Healthcare Network has delivered its 100,000th dose of COVID-19 vaccine. The Mid-South Healthcare Networks cover veterans across Tennessee and Kentucky. Vaccinations began in mid-December, with vaccinations being given to veterans, healthcare workers, caregivers, and other federal workers. The acting director of Mid-South Healthcare Network, Dr. David Walker, said, "We are encouraged by the number of veterans we have been able to reach so far and look forward to reaching our goal of offering the vaccine to every eligible veteran and caregiver." Tennessee officials have announced that some of the state's prisoners will receive the COVID-19 vaccine. This comes just days after a panel deemed the plan a potential PR nightmare. The Department of Correction will vaccinate only the inmates who are part of other groups the state has prioritized. This means inmates that are 65 and older or have health conditions will be vaccinated. Spokesperson Dorinda Carter says that the Department of Correction has ordered almost 3,000 vaccine doses in total. The Murfreesboro Police Department is searching for the man who vandalized a Rutherford County Sheriff's Office vehicle. Wednesday, March 3rd, officers responded to the State Farm COVID testing site at 2500 Memorial Boulevard around 8:52 p.m. A Rutherford County emergency dispatcher heard unknown profanities from a radio transmission. A window of the vehicle was broken, but nothing was missing. Surveillance video shows a man carrying an object while checking doors on the State Farm building. Anyone with information about the identity of this man should email crimetips@murfreesborotn.gov.
Hey there, Carson Sisk here with a look at today's weather. Today continues the pattern of good weather we've experienced this week and last. Our partially cloudy weather is going to persist over the next few days, so make sure you take some time out of your day, today or tomorrow, to go outside, have some fun with your family. We've had temperatures in the lower 70s all day with a high of around 72, and today remains windy with south winds between 10 to 15 miles per hour. Still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, an MTSU professor gives his views on the recent canceling of some beloved Dr. Seuss books. And the Laverne Vice Mayor is resigning. That's coming up after the break.
Foster care. I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Middle Tennessee News. MTSU professor Dr. Larry Burris is speaking out about the recent cancellation of beloved book author Dr. Seuss.
Well, Dr. Seuss has been canceled because someone somewhere didn't like a few of the words and pictures in 6 of his more than 60 books. So that got me to thinking about a few other things we maybe need to cancel because someone somewhere might decide to be upset. Let's start with Häagen-Dazs ice cream. I asked a bunch of people where Häagen-Dazs is made, and many of them said something about Denmark. Well, guess what? The Häagen-Dazs company was founded in the Bronx, New York, by an American husband and wife team who thought the made-up words sounded Danish. That's right, the name is made up. The A umlaut doesn't exist in Danish, nor does the digraph ZS. And the words Häagen-Dazs aren't found in any language. There are some closely sounded Germanic and Scandinavian words, but they translate as garden and toilet. I'll let you work out that combination. So here's my question. If a group of Danish nationals decide to be offended, or if a group of Danish Americans decide they don't like the name, will the company have to change? Will theme parks and grocery stores refuse to carry the famous ice cream unless the name is replaced with something authentically Danish? Will someone else complain about cultural appropriation? And some people may claim the fake name is making fun of the country and its language. To make matters worse, Denmark is a monarchy, and I bet there are some royalists who will decide to be upset about the name, so maybe they'll decide to protest as well. And I have to wonder how many people will become upset because someone tells them they should be offended, whether they are or not. Meanwhile, I'm going to find one of my Dr. Seuss books to read and get a dish of Haagen-Dazs ice cream and have a nice relaxing afternoon. I'm Larry Burris.
Stones River National Battlefield is hosting weekly programs in March for International Women's Month. From Civil Warriors to Suffragists is hosted at the park every Saturday afternoon from 2 to 2:30 during March. The program was the first live one at the park since COVID-19 pandemic began. Park Ranger Marna Bashton was originally tasked with writing the program last year for the centennial of women's voting rights. Bashton's program shows the move of women's roles from the war and their effects into the future.
More than ever, we are coming together to move forward in our nation for equality.
Laverne's vice mayor has announced that she will be resigning from her position. The announcement was made on March 2nd during the city's monthly mayor and alderman meeting. Vice Mayor Melissa Brown has been a resident of Laverne since 1983 and has served for the City Council for 7 years. Mayor Jason Cole says that the reason for Brown's resignation is because she is moving to a different city. The board is looking for a replacement to complete the remainder of Brown's term. Those interested should write a letter of intent with a resume attached and drop it off to Laverne City Hall. The deadline to apply will be March 29th before 4:30 p.m. A man who allegedly shot a relative's tire barricaded himself in his house. According to Sheriff Mike Fitzhugh, the man surrendered after 6 hours of barricading himself. He surrendered to Rutherford County Sheriff's SWAT team on Wednesday off Bradyville Pike. According to the sheriff, the 60-year-old suspect, Mark Haynes, was taken into custody and charged with aggravated domestic assault. When deputies arrived to his home, Haynes refused to exit his home. SWAT team commander Lieutenant Chris Kaufman said Haynes had 2 semi-automatic handguns. 4 additional charges of aggravated assault were also filed against the Haynes. Many Rutherford County citizens are concerned about deed theft after seeing commercials about deed hacking. The deed hacking commercials are promoting deed alert services that cost money. Rutherford County Register of Deeds Heather Dauburn recommends property owners register on the free service mylandalert.com to receive alerts anytime their name is recorded in the register's office. Dauburn says she has only seen 1 case of deed theft during her career, and the person was arrested.
Alexander Boulevard is the first neighborhood to qualify for the Speed Cushion 6-month study Murfreesboro is doing. The City Engineering Department created a Speed Cushion pilot program for approved neighborhoods to reduce traffic speeds to 15 to 20 miles per hour. After the 6-month study, the city will determine if the speed cushions will be installed in other locations. Letters have been mailed to the residents with an email address to send in feedback about the program. The City of Smyrna announced the Gleason and Camel 2020 award winners. Smyrna's Parks and Recreation Director Mike Moss announced Edwin Gleason and Sandra Camel as 2020 award winners. Mr. Gleason was named the 2020 Kenneth Kuhn Victory Service Lifetime Award winner for his part in helping out the youth sports in Smyrna over the past 50 years. Sandra Camel was recognized with the 2020 Young Leader Award. This reward goes out to a student under the age of 21 who sacrifices their time to a community service project. Both individuals received their awards at the Volunteer of the Year event. Spring is approaching, and Smyrna Public Works is offering tips to help with brush pickup. Make sure the brush is in one pile near the road away from trees, mailboxes, and fences. Do not leave brush in the ditch and do not include vines, loose leaves, plastic, metal, wire, paper, garbage, or glass. The maximum diameter for tree limbs is 6 inches. Brush pickup is provided for residential citizens, not commercial properties or apartments. MTSU held a Zoom meeting Monday night, March 8th, discussing women of color in healthcare for Women's History Month. The Zoom meeting focused on women's STEM professionalism in the workforce after graduation. MTSU graduates and STEM professionals shared their stories and answered questions about career paths and what they're doing now. Women's History Month was first recognized as Women's History Week in 1982. In 1987, Congress passed resolutions authorizing the President to proclaim every March as Women's History Month. The Murfreesboro Art Gallery Room is showcasing a collection of original art that highlights the stories and experiences of stalking victims. The show features original art designed by MTSU students and alumni and was previously on display at the Todd Glass Gallery on MTSU's campus. Pieces showcased are meant to show the fear of paranoia created by stalking and sexual assault. The art showcased a variety of complex emotions and experiences survivors go through after the attack. Stalking is an issue that likely affects all women at some point in their lives, and the exhibit is meant to show the effects of stalking on a survivor. The showcase is sponsored by MTSU Power of One, an organization that is hoping to end gender-based violence. The art showcase is at Rutherford County Office Building, room 218.
We don't hear about getting harassed, followed, and stuff, and then not knowing if they can speak about it, because of the fear of judgment from society.
And now for a look at tonight's weather with me, Carson Sisk. The partially cloudy weather from today is going to persist overnight. The weather will remain pleasant if you're making plans to go out tonight, and the temperatures this evening will be in the lower 60s with overnight lows in the mid to upper 50s at around 55. South winds around 10 to 15 miles per hour will persist. After the break, I'll have your full forecast.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Today's highs have been in the low 70s with partially cloudy weather. Expect those clouds to stay through the night and into Thursday evening. Luckily, the rain won't be coming until Friday, so if you're making plans to go out this week, make sure to do so by tomorrow night. We've had some windy days this week, and that trend continues today with south winds between 10 to 20 miles per hour. Those speeds will dip overnight with a max speed of up to 15 miles per hour. It's currently around 68 right now as we start hitting our nighttime temperatures. Through the early evening, it will be in the lower 60s before reaching our overnight lows in the mid to upper 50s. Tonight's low is 55. Tomorrow will be partially cloudy with highs in the lower 70s. The high is expected to be around 73, so it may be time to break out your spring shorts if you haven't done so already. There will be south winds between 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, we will have overcast skies with lows in the upper 50s. Expect tomorrow's low to be around 58, with south winds of 10 to 15 miles per hour, which will prevail. Cloud coverage will increase overnight, and going into Friday, we will have heavily clouded skies with a 50% chance of showers throughout the day. It will still be a warm day, though, as highs will be between the upper 60s and lower 70s. Friday will not be as windy as the previous 2 days. There will be southwest winds between 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then on Friday night, the chance for showers will continue and carry into the weekend. Overnight lows will be in the lower 50s with north winds up to 5 miles per hour. Saturday is cloudy with a 50% chance of showers. Highs will be around the mid-60s with northeast winds up to 10 miles per hour. Then on Saturday night, lows will be in the lower 50s. There's a slight chance for showers around 20% and east winds up to 5 miles per hour. Make sure to go to bed early Saturday night if you want enough sleep. Sunday is daylight savings time, so set your clocks an hour forward. That sleepy morning will be cloudy with a slight chance for rain showers. Southeast wind speeds will be 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday's highs will be in the lower 70s. Finally, Sunday night will be mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of showers. Lows overnight will be in the upper 40s to lower 50s with southeast winds up to 10 miles per hour. That's all for our full weather report. When we come back, Nathan Vaughn is over in the MTN Sports Den. He'll have your full sports report after the break. Stick around.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S., And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Welcome back to Middle Tennessee News. MTSU basketball is in Frisco, Texas for the Conference USA Championship this week, with action for the men's basketball team kicking off tonight against the Mean Green of North Texas. MT was originally scheduled to face FIU in the opening round, but COVID issues in the FIU program canceled the game and advanced the Blue Raiders into tonight's matchup. The Blue Raiders and Mean Green did not meet in the regular season this year, as North Texas finished the regular season with an overall record of 13-9. The Mean Green are led by redshirt senior guard Javion Hamlet, who is a member of the All-CUSA first team and leads the Mean Green in points per game and assists. MTSU has yet to win a game dating back to a series at home versus Charlotte on February 6th. The Blue Raiders are massive underdogs to North Texas, with the line being set with the Mean Green as 16-point favorites tonight. The Lady Raiders will await the winner of Louisiana Tech and Marshall this Thursday in the quarterfinal round of the Conference USA tournament. While the Raiders played the Thundering Herd last week, the scheduled meeting between the Raiders and La Tech was canceled in late February due to the winter weather. The Lady Raiders will look for a deep run in the conference tournament, especially with the newly minted Conference USA Player of the Year Anastasia Hayes and All-CUSA second team member Aislinn Hayes leading the lineup. MTSU volleyball wrapped up a two-game series versus CUSA foe Marshall Monday afternoon in Murfreesboro. The Thundering Herd edged out a 3-2 win on Sunday after the Blue Raiders rallied to force a fifth and final set after dropping the opening two sets. Monday's MTSU matchup would return the favor. After dropping the opening set, the Blue Raiders would dominate the next three sets and take the match over the Herd 3-1. Samira Lawson-Body led the way with 15 kills for MT. MT plays again Thursday in a meeting with North Alabama. Thank you for joining us for Middle Tennessee News. I'm Nathan Vaughn, joined by Christy Jones, Will Stevenson, and Carson Sisk in the studio. If you missed this or any show, you can watch them on our website, middletennesseenews.net. Make sure to follow us on our social media sites as well, Facebook/Middle Tennessee News or at Middle TN News on Twitter. We'll see you Monday night at 5 p.m.